Welcome to Chapter 7 of the Suzy Lu drama. As many of you guys know, Suzy Lu is mainly in controversy for reacting to full episodes of anime and profiting off it, essentially giving viewers no reason to actually go and purchase the anime in the intended way that the companies want them to. Which not only hurts these anime companies, but also hurts other people involved in the production of these animes, such as the voice actors. And one of the voice actors who voices in many of the animes Suzy reacts to isn't really happy with what Suzy Lu is doing. Her name is Rachael and she posted a video on her YouTube channel talking about this, titled Anime Voice Actor / The Suzy Issue. This video is over an hour long. I'm going to leave it in the description below for you guys to watch if you want to see the full thing. But basically, she's just confirming from her own experience in the industry that what Suzy is doing is wrong and illegal, how it negatively affects her job, and the fact that Suzy Lu makes significantly more money off reacting to the voice actors' work than the voice actors get themselves for doing the work. The discussion around Rachael Messer, her video, and Suzy Lu started when Rachael Messer tweeted out, quote, "It would be a shame if Suzy Lu made more money than the people who created the anime. A really good point. I can promise you she made more money off one episode than I made recording as the lead role in a full season, and that required me to be there for 12 weeks. And I still can't react to the episodes even as part of the show, lest I run the risk of being blacklisted or getting in trouble by the company." Cibran responds, "She was making like 9K a month off Patreon alone. Imagine. You pour your heart and soul into animating or voice acting a show, and then some girl comes along and gets what you make in a year in just a few months, just watching your hard work. It's disgusting." Rachael quote tweets him and says, "Oh, I don't have to imagine for the voice acting. I've gone into the studio with a ruptured organ to record for a show before because I didn't want to be replaced, nor could the show be pushed back. I was paid $35 for that, and had part of that taken in tolls to get to the studio." Retro1D then asks, $35K? To which Rachael responds, $35 total. Trivonica Demery responds to Rachael by saying, "You should get on other people that do reactions to anime then, not just her." Alex Ranger responds, "Literally watch her video before pointing some moral fingers." Really, that's the point of Rachael's video the whole time. Also, no one cared about her doing that until she acted irritating. Trivonica responds to him by saying, "Shut up. A lot of people do reactions to anime on YouTube and don't get in trouble, idiot. They get a strike. But that's it. I've seen a lot of reaction channels and they don't get in trouble. I'm glad I have a morale then." Rachael quote tweets this and says, "If only there were anime reaction channels banned from uploading or taken down, but that's it." Just a heads up, I do cry in this video due to some things mentioned in it. It's about 3 minutes of the hour and 15. Hopefully my jokes pull the energy back up after. Stupid emotions. I thought I sold those already. Eric responds, "Nothing wrong about that. She's stealing from your line of work and getting paid way too much for literally doing nothing when you actually put in work for your voice acting and probably don't get paid much. Suzy shouldn't be getting paid at all anyway. No anime reactor should." Rachael responds, "I think if you do a review mixed with reaction like JonTron does, that's so much creativity and editing that you can get paid. But rarely are many of these channels doing that." David Was Here responds, "Yeah, but there is a reason John puts out a video every few months, or even when he's pumping them out, it's at most every 1 to 2 months. She pumps them out daily, and grunts/grasps/says a word about what's on screen, or makes a face like she's holding in an angry poo." Rachael replies, "And he normally just covers one episode in a show ever. There are exceptions like 2 Flex Seal, but still done well." Rachael then tweets out, "For the video tomorrow, did Suzy Lu or Stijo ever say the quartering did not dox her? I found tweets saying he did, but none saying he didn't." Icy Caress responds, "Wait, Stijo? He was kicked out of our YouTube group a few years ago for attacking fellow YouTubers for selling out." Rachael responds, "He's apparently her boyfriend. He messaged me after our video on Discord and we talked a bit. He said he knew who doxed Suzy, and it wasn't quartering, but never retracted their statements accusing him, which is damaging. Also odd to accuse people of selling out when your channel is mainly based based around reacting to others' work. Not even the good reacting, the harmful to the creators and industry kind. Don't know if he has ground to stand on at the moment, but I do hope at some point they talk with me about how to legally and morally do reactions. But once I offered to bring in another Funimation person, they went dark. Rogue Red Fox responds to Rachel's tweet asking about the quartering docs and says, he didn't dox her. She put something on her website, I think it was a number to her lawyer. And Jeremy reached out to her lawyer and it was just some guy at a PO box. So I don't consider that doxing if it's on your own website. Rachel responds, oh, I know he didn't dox her. I spoke to Stejo in DMs and he admitted they knew he didn't dox her. I just wasn't sure if they ever cleared his name publicly, like how they accused him publicly. James responds to Rachel by saying, whether or not this is a dox, I'm 90% sure that her name was not private from the beginning. Or does she have another info that she has private? Because I do not think doxing comes in more than one way. Is that true? I mean, I do get the idea of what it is, but I'm just wondering if there's more factors of what counts as doxing, other than just revealing real names. Rachel responds, anything that isn't public access about a person can be considered doxing. Like my name is public, Rachel Messer, so someone saying it isn't doxing. But if I went by Ray online and someone said Ray is Rachel Messer, that would fall under doxing if it wasn't ever public from me. Now in the last video on Suzy Lu, I covered a tweet where Suzy Lu said she deleted a bunch of unfinished Let's Plays, despite most of the deleted videos actually being anime reactions. King Nana responds to this Suzy Lu tweet by saying, I have an honest no ill will question. What are your responses to voice actors / actresses that have come out of the woodwork to say what you are doing is wrong? Some of them are from the shows you react to. They know the anime companies better than anyone. Suzy responds, I haven't seen any of it actually. Somebody sends these Suzy tweets to Rachel Messer and she responds by saying, then her boyfriend has? He's messaged me on Discord and Twitter saying he watched the video. Let me help since Suzy's boyfriend clearly hasn't told her. Yeah, he's been in my DMs. Girl, you were tempting me to make a third video while this new one is editing. He then shows a conversation between her and Stejo, where it starts off with Stejo saying, hey Rachel, sorry for the random DM. My mentions have been spammed with your Suzy Lu video, so I thought I'd reach out and maybe have a chat about some of the stuff that you mentioned. I feel like you've unfortunately been fed false information about the situation, but I appreciate many of the arguments that you made in the video. Sorry for spelling your name wrong. Apparently I can't read Rachael. Rachel then responds, hey Stejo, I would absolutely love to chat more, and thank you for being willing to reach out. I'd love to hear your side of things and clear up any misconceptions. Now going back to the tweet where Suzy said she hasn't seen any of Rachel's video, Punk Rocker Games responds to her by saying, I'm interested in hearing what you have to say to this as well. The industry you seem to love are hurting with this business model. A better business model would be to record your reaction and a team with Crunchyroll or some other streaming company telling people to watch there. Suzy then responds, as a reaction channel, I have the least amount of reaction videos. There are anime channels who have been doing what I do since 2015, who get many more views and much more money. Trust me, we are hurting them as much as Let's Plays hurt gaming. Punk Rocker Games responds, okay, I see your point, but Let's Plays don't hurt gaming. If anything, they advertise for the games because even if you watch the story, you can still play for the gameplay. Anime is all just story. There is no incentive to go buy it after you have seen it in most cases. Suzy responds, my audience have watched Naruto a million times. Trust me, all story or not, they watch tons of reactors to see their reaction to the best moments. We are bringing relevance back to anime that are 20 plus years old. Anime companies will eventually catch on like gaming. Now as a former Let's Player myself, who has had to deal with so many copyright claims from Nintendo in particular, and know for a fact the fair use aspect of a Let's Play, it completely bothers me that she tries to compare reacting to anime to a Let's Play because, as Punk Rocker has said earlier, there's a reason to buy a game after watching someone play it. There's no reason to buy an anime after watching someone react to it. Suzy, you can't just assume that every viewer has watched the anime before watching your reaction. That is a very bold assumption to make about every single viewer of your video. Companies like Nintendo do need to catch on to Let's Plays being an advertisement for their product, but expecting anime companies to do the same about their product that's meant to be watched and not played is just Anyways, Rachael Messer responds to Suzy's comparison of Let's Plays and anime reactions by saying, Let's Plays promote a game. When done well, viewers say, I want to play this. Also, tons of sections clipped out. Anime reactions, which can be done right, as I'll explain in my video uploading now, are often done wrong, showing so much there's no point in watching it again. Cinder Shadow responds to Rachael by saying, Excuse me? How the F does Let's Play hurt gaming? Rachael Messer responds, laughing my ass off. It normally doesn't. The only time it can be seen as such is if someone's just trashing the game. But when done lovingly trashing, like absurdly, it can still help sales. But even then, many companies leave them alone. Going back to Suzy's response to King Nonner, he replies to her by saying, Also from a professional standpoint, contracting officer for Uncle Sam, I work alongside a lot of military paralegal and military lawyers to conduct business contracts. I was curious about your situation and asked them, gave them the entire detail, and they say you were in the wrong. Suzy responds, Good for them. King Nonner then replies, I think you fail to understand. I am a military personnel. I work with military-trained lawyers and businessmen, myself included. He then says his position code, which I'm not really too familiar with what this even means in the military. I'm just a dumb YouTuber. But just in case it's personal information, I'm gonna redact it because I don't want to accidentally dox someone in any way, shape, or form. But after he says his position, he continues by saying, The people I work with know the in and outs of law. You are breaking it. If you watch the video I shared, you'll see. Suzy then responds, If the actual companies have an issue, they can contact my PR team. King Nonner replies, They don't have to. They don't need to contact anyone for legal issues. They draft up the documents and then send them to you. Sure, it will take a few months as anyone can attest, but they won't just email you and kindly say, Hey, please stop. Suzy then responds, Then I look forward to my letter, but not really anything for you to worry about. Good night. Magical Future says, So care to explain why you decided to pick a fight with an anime voice actor? You know, someone who has actual connections to the industry itself? Why, out of all the people you choose somebody who has connections? What is wrong with you? Suzy responds, I picked a fight with who? I've never spoken to that person in my life. Valley Demon responds, Stop pretending. Suzy responds, I'm not. I've never spoken to this voice actress in my life. Lol, if I have, please provide screenshots because I must have blinked and missed it. GIXX responds to Suzy by saying, Do you have nightmares thinking about how you effed up here? Showing the video from Tipster where he explains the feud between Suzy Lu and anime voice actress Rachael Messer, Suzy responds by saying, I picked a fight with someone I've never spoken to? Good old Tipster, still trying to use my name to keep his channel relevant. Michael Jake responds to her by saying, Just like you accused her of doing? Even though your boyfriend reached out to her and she offered to help you guys? Suzy responds, The fact that on her Twitter she brags about getting views on Suzy Lu videos, then continues to insert herself in something that is none of her business, just shows her intentions are clicks. Her and many others are all doing the same. King Nonner responds to this by saying, None of her business? You are stealing her business. Okay, done being nice. I tried to play nice last night. She tried to play nice in her videos, giving you true benefit of the doubt. You are breaking the law. Period. No ifs or buts about it. You can't argue this. Suzy responds, I don't watch her videos. The content I create doesn't even affect her. She gets paid per job she does. Again, if the companies themselves want to reach out, they can. The rest is no one's business. Michael Jake responds to Suzy by saying, She is a voice actress who has connections and was trying to show her side of things and offered to help you two. Your boyfriend literally contacted her. Suzy responds, Regardless if she spoke to my boyfriend, you are saying I picked a fight with her? I've had nothing to do with her nor seen her videos. My business is none of hers. Simple as that. Michael Jake replies by saying, You picked a fight when you accused her of using you for clicks. She is someone directly related to this drama and shared her side of this, and you accused her of that? Imagine being so conceited that you think she's using you for clicks. Suzy replies, She is using me for clicks. Lol. 1 minute on her Twitter makes that very apparent. If she wanted to speak to me, she could, but she hasn't even tried or tagged me in anything. She only cares to use my name for personal gain. Nothing more. Tipster News Team responds to Suzy by saying, How arrogant do you have to be to think that a woman like Rachael Messer, whose voice has literally been heard by millions and millions of people, needs the name of Suzy Lu to get attention? The absolute arrogance of this woman. Tyler Gang responds to him by saying, I'm starting to wonder if Suzy Lou got too drunk at one point and accidentally hit her head just a little bit too hard. That is just absolutely idiotic and just, yeah, arrogant. Rooster Illusion responds to Tyler by saying, it is her act. She make a lot of money acting like a dumb blonde, so she isn't going to change it. It is just funny because they are all in it for the clicks, including Messer. Messer is smart to use this to get viewers. This is what YouTube is, and why it can be ruthless. Rachael Messer quote tweets Rooster and says, why would I risk 10 years of my life and my career on the line for views? YouTube doesn't mean that much to me. Christopher Lee Grant responds to this by saying, just to be fair, so many other YouTube creators make videos about her to get views, so I see why she would think that about you. I know you do not care for views, but once again, to be fair, your 2 Suzy videos fetched way more than your normal content, so I can see why she said this. Rachael responds, I think that's just because it was a video more about the industry. My second video was gaining views fast as well. Half of that is actually addressed to the reaction channels, but the video getting picked up had nothing to do with me in my opinion. Or you are right, other vids would be the same. Christopher responds, well, did you have her name in your title? Here's the thing, people love drama. Drama videos always fetch views. I'm normally not into this stuff, but I used to watch Suzy way back when she did Let's Plays, and I recently discovered all this drama. I even left a comment on your video. Rachael then quote tweets Christopher's tweet and says, I don't cover the drama in either videos. I cover the law and the effects on the industry, cause what she is doing, you know, breaks the laws and damages the industry. The industry that is taking down her Patreon and blocking her YouTube, you know, that industry. Rachael Messer then responds directly to Suzy's claims about her just covering the Suzy Lou stuff for views by saying, where have I bragged? And also, the thing you claim as a job is literally stealing from my actual job. I was even telling one of your past fans this in my Discord today. Girl, you just like the negative attention at this point. Amy or FaZe responds to Rachael by saying, not worth your time thinking too much about her. Just gather enough evidence and report her to the authority. It's been dragging too long and would just drain your energy. She's too thick-headed. Rachael replies, oh, she's already reported to several people. I'm just bitching while I wait for the action. Going back to GIXX's tweet, where he linked Tipster's video to Suzy, Suzy quote tweets him and says, Suzy Lou picks a fight with a girl she's never spoken to. Gosh. Another day, another rumor for people to use my name to get some quick cash. You guys are pathetic, and actually only surviving because of me at this point. Enjoy it while it lasts. After Mongo responds to this by saying, you make quick cash by reacting to work done by hard-working artists and writers. I don't understand how you can even make that statement with a straight face. It's almost like you legitimately think your videos are made from effort and not sitting there and randomly going, oh no! Pick a Troll responds to him by saying, couldn't have put it any other way. Shall eventually block people that are against her, even though she's in the wrong. But in her own little world, she's always right. I think I might start watching anime vids and post it online to get some money. Must be so hard. Lol. Suzy responds, try it and see how you get on. You never know. You might realize it's not as easy as you think. Evil responds to Suzy's tweet by saying, correction. You picked a fight with a girl with connections to the one company that you were leeching off of. Suzy responds, I haven't even talked to her. Never mind picked a fight. She's literally inserting herself into my business to boost her channel. Evil replies, or maybe, perhaps, she is inserting herself because your business falls in line with her job? And plus, I doubt she would need a boost to her channel if she is already a known voice actor. Suzy then responds, the views before any Suzy Lou videos say otherwise. GIXX responds to Suzy by saying, ha ha ha, a rumor? The video is proof that you are a liar and the actual pathetic one trying to cover up in such an ugly manner. Suzy responds, what am I trying to cover up? The fact that over the past 8 weeks, the exact same group of little boys keep trying to spin everything I say and do to keep growing their pathetic hate-filled channels? Yeah, they are really ugly. GIXX responds to her by saying, I highly recommend you watch Tipster's video, hun. Only an idiot, or a liar in your case, will say it's spinning something. Laughing my ass off. Suzy responds, watch a video of his. Oof, I wouldn't put myself through that. Magical Future responds to Suzy by saying, oops, accidentally dropped that. Also, oh girl, you are so clumsy. Gotta be more careful out there. Leaving a link to Rachael Messer's video on Suzy Lou. Suzy Lou responds, can't wait for the Suzy Lou story part 50. Magical Future replies, you mean chapter 250 with all your lies. Your boyfriend's lies, you bootlegging animes, you false copywriting videos, so on and so forth. In the words of my character Regal, each time you take one illogical step forward, you continue to ignite a fire behind you. Soon, you shall lose your followers and lose everything. It's within human nature to do so. It's the only logical path for everyone when they're caught. Suzy replies, my actual fans were bored of this nonsense weeks ago, and just eye roll when people try and come forward with new rumors now. We have a nice giggle in the Discord, so that's something. Michael Jake responds, that same Discord that you purged and then said you never did? Suzy responds, correct. Michael then replies, you say that they just hate you, but you are caught constantly lying, you and Stejo. Suzy replies, it's funny, because people say I'm lying when they show zero evidence to back it up. Going back to the tweet where Suzy says, her fans have a nice giggle in Discord, Magical Future responds to her by saying, snark. You mean your botted fans? Also the nice guys? Also the young children who are gullible? Also, how's the lawsuit going with that one anime company? Suzy responds, you mean the imaginary lawsuit everyone keeps going on about? Who knows, lol. Still waiting on that one myself. Shorty P responds to Suzy's quote tweet by saying picks a fight might be hyperbolic, but you have to admit the way you claimed she was trying to use your name for views was antagonistic. Suzy responds, jumping on a hate bandwagon is what these people do. They can't then be mad when they get called out for it. It's not a fight. People are seeing opportunity right now to make money. Just a shame it's clearly at another's expense. Michael Jake responds to Suzy by saying, how did she jump on a hate bandwagon when she literally offered to help you? And if you would have watched the first video, you would have known she was very partial and not biased. Suzy replies, how did she offer to help me when she has never reached out nor spoken to me? She has made videos to play the martyr to boost her own profile. Not once has she spoken to me about how she can help. Heather responds to Suzy's quote tweet by saying, lol, if people were going to use your name for money, why would they choose yours? There's much bigger YouTubers to choose from. Besides, what the fuck do you call what you do with these animes you put on the screen while you just sit there and stare? How did you get like this? Suzy responds, they use me because they have a channel dedicated to hating on women. Why do you think they jump whenever a female streamer does something controversial? They have an entire fan base of angry little boys who hate women. It's not about how big I am at all. MeFin responds to Suzy's quote tweet by saying, ha 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 ha, Suzy thinks she has a name to get money from. Suzy responds, it's not I think, I know I do, lol. People even started putting Suzy Lou in their tags trying to boost their videos. Kinda crazy when you think about it. Dylan then responds to Suzy by linking this video and saying, you need to watch this video. It explains fair use perfectly and why reaction channels generally don't fall under fair use. Suzy responds, people can try and explain whatever they like, but they don't decide fair use. Zedboy responds to Suzy's quote tweet by saying, Suzy, this person could very well kill your entire career. Tread very carefully. It isn't someone on YouTube. Rachael Messer is in the ears of these companies and can destroy you. If you want to keep fighting, you have to be very careful. Suzy responds, it's fine. She can be in the ears of whoever she likes, but I will say it again. My business is none of hers. Rachael responds to Suzy's quote tweet by saying, lots of tweets about someone you've never spoken to before, but I'm the one using you for attention? She then shows a Discord message from Suzy Lou and says, prove literally any of this, as I can disprove literally all of it from watching just the first 30 seconds of my video. Suzy, people are usually smart. They will see through all of this. The Discord message from Suzy says, they've now got this chick who's done some random voice acting jobs here and there, acting all high and mighty now about anime reaction channels. She called some of them out, demanding they change what they are doing as it apparently is hurting the industry. Bunch of crap. I had a giggle today because she thought people had changed their content thanks to her, but they just found a new way to get around doing unedited stuff. I mean, fair play to them. It's not down to some stranger online to tell you what to upload. Big Navi responds to Rachael by saying, wow, The way she twisted the tone of the video using words like demanded and downplayed your intentions, now people who don't know you or didn't watch it will agree with that. I feel bad because you added so many disclaimers, and still. Rachael quote tweets her and says, "I'm so glad my video that went up before Suzy's post literally has 'I'm not trying to cancel reaction channels' in the first 5 minutes. And I say in it they don't have to listen to me at all. But that's clearly demanding and canceling Suzy Lu. These are easily checked. Lie better." Thrax quote tweets Rachael and says, "I saw your numbers before you started talking about Suzy Lu. Yeah, this isn't some righteous crusade you were on. This is attention seeking." Rachael responds, "I was uploading long before her? Literally how?" She then quote tweets him and says, "That's right guys, I started a YouTube months ago and have been uploading gaming content only because I knew a few months later Suzy Lu would be a topic that gets attention. Pirating/profiting off the field I work in, and damaging YouTube. Now with that great future seeing skill, the winning lotto numbers are..." Cinder Shadow responds, 1, 9, 21, 27, 39, 42, to which Rachael replies, scanning. Damn, it's coming in fuzzy. I'ma need the numbers on your credit card and the 3 magic numbers on the back. Sometimes those numbers help the vision come in clearer." Rotten Beast responds to Rachael by saying, "I only wish you knew the levels of dipshittery that is the man you just retweeted. And how funny it is that someone like you of all people actually retweeted this fool." Rachael Messer responds, "Oh, I'm fine retweeting this, just because Suzy posted in her Discord something along these same lines, and I'm using their post to debunk it. So if someone else comes along and says this shit, and someone with a brain looks into it, they see I've already issued a statement. Most of these trolls I've just been ignoring. I only retweet when I have a point to prove in the original message." Riven Dark responds to Rachael by saying, "Can you imagine? Sets everything up months in advance, ready for just this moment. Like she can see the future, and instead of warning the world about a pandemic or buying the winning lottery ticket, she makes vids about someone? Mind blown." Rachael responds, "Suzy is more important than a pandemic. Duh. That's why all the YouTube news channels are covering her, and not that- oh wait." Thrax responds to Rachael by saying, "Did you miss the part where I said I saw your numbers, and you only started on your crusade when you wanted more attention, more views? Or does that not register in your mind?" Rachael responds, "Did you miss the part where I've worked in anime for 10 years? Laughing my ass off. You think I started that long ago just to hop on this? I can't control if people sub. I only made the video because I had industry insight. And why would I risk 10 years of a career for some low views?" Simprax quote tweets her and says, "You and others have singled out Suzy for your crusade. Meanwhile, there are other channels on YouTube dedicated to solely nothing but anime and cartoons and watching them. I see none of you talking about them. Just Suzy. Almost like there's a list of people to target, so save it." Rachael quote tweets the simp and says, "It's almost like my video covers those other channels. Might want to do some research, then come on back." Unconvincing Villain responds by saying, "I'm curious as to why he's so vehemently defending this Lucy girl. So far as I'm concerned, I'm not singling out Megan, or was it Margaret, Frank, Hubert, on some imaginary crusade. I only followed because I found out you were a voice actor for Borderlands 3. Rachael quote tweets this and says, "Wait, I had a career before Suzy Lu? You followed me for my work before her?" To be fair, Copyright Troll and Crunchyroll do sound pretty similar. Someone then tweets at Rachael saying, "Using your name for views. How could she be so blind and ignorant?" Showing that Suzy only has over 2,000 followers and Rachael Messer has over 41,000. Rachael quote tweets this and says, "To be fair, I've been on Twitter for at least 8 years. A lot of accounts that follow me are inactive at this point, just like a lot of her YouTube subs." Going back to a tweet that I covered in Suzy Lu Part 6, where she implies that everyone's changing the story on who's suing her by saying, "Oh, Sony's now suing me?" Rachael responds to this by saying, "Funimation is owned by Sony. Shouldn't you know that? If you talked with them about partnerships and all. I feel I'm more qualified to talk about anime than Suzy Lu is, but that's not how she sees it. My talking about her damaging my industry is me butting in, and I should mind my own business. Sorry, go back to stealing from my business. Doesn't affect me at all." Jaden responds to Rachael by saying, "The fact that she feels someone who works in the industry she's stealing from can't weigh in on the situation is baffling to me," laughing my ass off. "She's a mess." Rachael quote tweets this and says, "She doesn't want the industry she's stealing from involved, cause we can prove her a liar and a thief." Alitity responds to Rachael by saying, "I wish you could actually call those companies, cause this has been going on long enough. and she hasn't changed a bit. Rachael quote tweets this and says, "I know much of what's going on, but I can't speak about things publicly like that. I'll just say she hasn't added any new anime to YouTube, huh?" An hour after posting this, Rachael quote tweets this and says, "She uploaded another! Oh, this is so good. I can't wait to see what happens this week. I had a feeling this would piss her off enough to do it. I just thought legally she'd stay silent, but nope. Pride cometh before the fall." In before she claims it wasn't because of me, and she had that video for her website and planned to upload it. It just happened to be an hour after my tweet, which is how long it takes to upload and process, and she was only doing a video per day before. What Rachael is alluding to is Suzy Lu's brand new anime reaction she posted onto her channel titled "Goodbye" with a very sad looking Suzy in the thumbnail. KV Destroyer responds to Rachael by saying, "Guys, I just saw Tipster's new video on Suzy Lu. I don't know if it's real or not. She's saying that she is extremely suicidal because of this. If this is real, I hope she gets help. If not, she deserves everything that's coming to her." Rachael Messer responds, "If that's real, I also hope she gets help, and she may want to stop uploading and take a few days off the internet to seek said help. Constantly coming back online to all the toxicity doesn't make a lot of sense when you are in that mental state, in my opinion." Now, this suicidal Suzy thing is something I haven't covered yet because it's pretty new to the story. She posted what could be interpreted as a suicidal message on her Instagram, and as I just covered, shortly after that post, she made a video with the title "Goodbye" and a very sad Suzy Lu in the thumbnail, which only ended up being a normal anime reaction video. But considering her Instagram post prior, some people think she was baiting a suicide video with that title and thumbnail. I'm going to go way more in depth with this in the next video, but for now, let's just look at this one last thing in regards to Rachael Messer. Rachael Messer tweets out, "Live stream about this Suzy bullshit in 15. I have so much to say." Now, obviously, this live stream was very long, so I can't show you every part of it, but in Tipster's video covering this situation, he clipped out the most important bits. So I'm going to be showing you a clip from his video.
Let's roll the clip. What did Rachael Messer have to say to Suzy Lu in response to her claims that Suzy was just trying to use her name for views? Let's have a look-see.
This goddamn bitch thinks it's alright to come out here and say, "Oh, I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, I'm trying to do this." No! Oh, I haven't talked to her. No, you may not have, but your boyfriend says he watched my whole fucking video. So, I'm trying to be the impartial person, and you think it's a good idea to come at the person who can literally text the company. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? I've been keeping my personal opinion out of this because I wanted to come at it from a fucking voice actor perspective. But if you want my goddamn opinion, I will fucking give it to you. I will happily help destroy the career that you're in the process of destroying, Suzy. I don't understand why, when she's in the middle of all of this, she thought, let me start a fight with the voice actress. Like, does she want to get caught? Literally, I text a director about her. I was texting a director who's worked in this industry for 20 fucking years. And I was telling him about this type of channel, about her uploading it to Patreon, about her website, and he said, "That's fucking bullshit. Report her to Funimation." And I have the fucking text to be able to do that. And she thought, let me come on here and say that the voice actress is jumping on for fucking views. Ex fucking what? Ex fucking what? I don't understand how you can think that that's going to work out for you. At this point, it's just career suicide. Like, I guess she saw everybody else taking down her channel and went, no, I can do this better. And just fucking jumped onto Twitter and had the fuck at it. Like, I've offered her advice in my videos. The video that goes up tomorrow, I've offered advice because I've been trying to be a neutral party in all of this, despite the fact that I'm not neutral. Do you know? Let me sit the fuck up for this. So, starting off in anime,
Sorry.
You get $35 an hour. Now, if you're a lead in an anime, you get maybe 1 to 2 hours per week. That's $70. Let's deduct, because you have to drive to the studio. There's a lot of tolls in different cities and everything. Let's deduct $10 from that fucking thing. So you make $60. After a show, if you were the lead, and it's a good lead, You get 2 hours a fucking week. You make $720 by the end of the fucking show. She can sit down and react to an anime, basically re-uploading it because she does not do enough fucking cuts. Do you know how fucking bullshit it is that she's over here reacting to anime and she's getting $8,000 to $10,000 a month? Do you know how much a voice actor makes per year? With video games and commercials, under $20,000. She makes my goddamn year of income in 2 fucking months from sitting down and re-uploading my shit. And it's not just my shit, it's other people's too. I've gone in to the studio with ruptured organs to fucking record. Because the way my industry works is you either work or you get out of the way and they'll fucking replace you. So I've gone in and fucking with internal bleeding and recorded fucking lines for $35 fucking dollars. And she fucking sits down and makes my fucking year in 2 months. So I've tried to be impartial, but I'm fucking partial. This is some bullshit. And then she's gonna come in here and say I'm jumping on her for fucking views. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, you goddamn bitch. You wouldn't know a goddamn hard day's work if it bit you in the face. By the way, guys, if I'm missing saying hi to you, I'm very sorry. I'm in a fucking mood. Because Suzy Lou's boyfriend has been fucking DMing me on Discord and on Twitter. Yo, you want to fucking see that? I think we can. Let me go over here.
It goes down in the DMs.
Look at fucking that. Look at fucking that. Yelled out that. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go over here.
Wouldn't it be amazing if he started deleting DMs live on air?
I would fucking love that. I really have thought about it. Look at links. Look at fucking links. Hey, Rachel, sorry for the random DM. My mentions have been spammed with your Suzy Lou video, so I thought I'd reach out and maybe have a chat about some of the stuff that you mentioned. I feel like you've unfortunately been fed false information about the situation, but I appreciate many of the arguments that you made in your video. Now, if we go back, let's open a new tab. Okay, let's just venture on over to the handy-dandy trash bin that is Suzy Lou's Twitter. And I believe she's telling people that she's not even fucking seen my video. I haven't seen this conversation, so I couldn't possibly comment. As I say, my brand is my business and no one else's. People just seem to like to use my brand to get clicks. And by the sounds of it, this girl has jumped onto it too. It's really not news. Suzy! Your boyfriend! Your boyfriend, Suzy! Might want to tell him to control your fucking brand. But he's the simp. He's fucking running your business over here. What the shit, Suzy? And then we continue it on to fucking Discord over here. Just fucking scroll up. You can see I've been fucking asking him questions. Sidebar, after I said I'd like to make a video with some of the directors from Funimation to talk about how you can change your content to be law-abiding, he went fucking dark. So, turns out, yeah, hey, sorted. Same fucking day as this. Thursday.
Now, after watching that live stream clip and reading the tweets about how much money Rachel Messer makes for her work on anime, I'm not only upset at Suzy Lou, but also these anime companies for paying voice actors so little money. I mean, risking your health for $35? Holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with this industry? So I've decided to go to Rachel Messer's Patreon and donate $100 to her. I've never watched any of the anime she works on. I don't even watch anime in general, but I do think she deserves that money for the work she does. If you want to support her as well, I will leave the Patreon link in the description below. But that's about it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's even more Suzy Lou content on the way, as she has tweeted a lot, so be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss that, as well as other dramas that I may talk about. If you want to know what those dramas may be sure to follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with everything going on with this channel and the community in general. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular Josh Pescator and Furry Boy for donating $30 a month. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.